happened now? What you're telling me, okay? What happened after they didn't find him?
I'm not saying anything else. I'm just trying to plot this whole thing.
No, I'm trying to get.
I couldn't get your big gun to work.
So when you and let me back up. So when you let the cops in the door, wherever you last saw Gannon, you left him somewhere, or you thought he was safe?
Yeah.
Like you thought he was safe hiding, or you thought he?
When I come for it,
Do you think he might have crawled in one of the totes or something, or maybe the box? Because the guy or Gannon?
The guy was at first, and I said, I thought he was back to him. I was telling him to shut the door and don't come out.
What did they already come back?
I was just trying to get yourself to work. And I couldn't find any bullets for the shotgun.
But so you said my gun? You're trying to get my gun to work? Tisha, calm down for a second. You said try to get my gun to work? I thought the guy had my gun. Oh, that one. Okay. I know you always had trouble getting that thing to pull it back and get it loaded and all that, so that makes sense. So,
I'm not going to be bothered.
you're not going to what? What? How is this? What is key about this that I can call an anonymous tip that helps me find Gannon?
You can call in and get the immunity. I can give you the guy, the ID. I can ID him in a lineup. I can give you his name.
Tisha, you know I can't promise you anything. I'm not the police or the judge. I can't promise you immunity. I can put you in contact with them, and I've done that.
Please call me back, please. Call me back.
I will. I'll get as soon as we get done talking in a little while. I'll get on the phone with Mark and tell him to tell that lady to call you back and quit stalling or whatever she's doing. I don't know what the hell's going on, but Mark will get on it. He's always been.
You can call me the doctor. I lied to him. He lied about his name. I got a piece of paper. And I told I simply we're trying to get the bike.
Right. Tisha, listen, I there's something that you can give me that can help fix this right now, okay? I don't know if you're willing to, I hope you are, but if you give me the name of the person, if I know this person, that I can fix it right now, okay? I guarantee you I can. Yeah, I'm not gonna I can't. Well, who is it so I can tell them who to be looking for to protect you? I can promise you that. Tisha, I can't promise you that. I know they will work with you, okay? I know they will. I need the person's name so I can get Mark and tell them to go find this person.
I hear people in the background.
There's nobody here. I just need to know this person's name because if it's Travis or somebody related to Chance or somebody. Is it Travis? Because I know you said he was abusive.
They're going to try to incriminate me.
No, they're not. I don't know. I can't promise you anything. Listen, I will fight for you and fight with you if you're not involved in this and you give me this name. Is it Travis?
Please.
Listen, I'm gonna text Mark right now so you can hear me text Mark, okay? Because you can hear the little keystrokes. I'm gonna tell him as we're talking so we can get this ball rolling. To
Who is listening to me? I hear
nobody. That's me texting Mark right now to tell him to get Bethel to call you.
I hear somebody hollering.
Nobody's crying or hollering. Just like the other day when you said that, nobody's here. I'm standing here trying to figure this out and get a name.
Where's everybody else at?
What, like Uncle Jeff? He's getting on a plane and Landon and Aunt Veronica. They hit the road back to Dallas, and I think they're going to take Landon for the weekend because it's a 4-day weekend. So I'm here by myself, like I told you. They're getting Lena after lunch because she had a little lunch program going on. Okay, but that only matters if we can get this ball rolling. You could tell me this name, and then you can reach out to the police for immunity or help or whatever they can offer you. Okay.
Telling anything till I get immunity. They're not tricking me.
I
They
just-
took everything I have. These people know where I'm at. They're in a gang. I will not.
What kind of gang are they in?
I don't know.
Oh, Tisha. Well, what happened that ruined that? I know that's another part I don't understand.
This baby really has a
Is what?
This baby really has a bite.
Tisha, so this guy, I know you're trying not to tell me his name, but after the police left, remind me. I don't remember. I know Harley and Lena went out to look. Did you go look for Gannon? You knew the guy was in there, or you didn't, or what did you do after the police left? Tisha, did this guy kill Gannon? Did he kill him in the house, or did he kill him or hurt him? What happened? It's my son, and I need to know this. No, not Tisha, not you. I'm not you. I trust you. I asked you that yesterday, and I trust what you're saying. I asked you, did this guy hurt Gannon, or did he kill Gannon in the house, or do you know if he killed Gannon or not?
Unity.
Tisha, I've explained to you, I can't give you immunity. I'm your husband. I'm not the police or the judge.
I'll be back when you can figure out that you grant me immunity because this ain't gonna stop. It's gonna keep going, and he's crazy.
Tisha, there's only one way for this to stop, and that's for me to get the information to them, okay, through an anonymous tip, like I said. But I don't have any information to give them. Did this?
Because I'm sure that they tell you, hey, this person, this person.
Yeah, and Tisha, I'm trying to fight for you here, okay? I made it clear I don't have the power to give you immunity. I have the power to help you.
Call me back. Call me back whenever you can.
Tisha, they're not gonna listen to me, okay? They're absolutely gonna call me foolish. I am trying to help you. They're gonna look at me like a fool. Tisha. I can't hear you.
You're not helping me, Albert.
I'm trying to.
Someone killed somebody. I don't know if anyone killed anyone.
What then? What do you know? What's the guy's name? I gotta know the guy's name, Tisha. Okay, I mean, I'm trying to help you, but you're not freaking letting me help you, okay? All right, shut up. Well.
Yeah, so we would just want to have Mr. Stout come back on the stand and ask him some follow-up questions, Judge.
Okay, all right, Mr. Stauch, if you would resume your seat in the witness stand, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Good morning, Mr. Stauch. How are you doing today?
Morning.
So at the very beginning of that call, you told the defendant Happy Valentine's Day. Did this call actually occur on Valentine's Day?
I believe so. If I would have said that, I don't know the date you quoted when we started, but.
Okay. The date of the call was February 14th
Okay.
of 2020.
So absolutely then.
There's a question in that beginning portion where the defendant was asking you questions about where you were and where Lena was, and then you responded with, "Where's Harley?" Similar to the phone call that we talked about yesterday, at this time of this call, did you know where the defendant was anywhere?
I did not, nor did I know where Harley was.
When the defendant started making statements about the guy was in the house when the police came, in your mind, was she referencing when the police first responded to your house at 6627 Mandan Drive?
That's what I assumed she was referring to, yes.
Did you have any independent knowledge of them finding a man in the house when they responded on that day?
I did not, no, sir.
You, in that phone call, you also pressed multiple times for getting names or trying to figure out a way to identify a guy that she's talking about at the beginning. Did she ever give you a name or any identifying features of this person?
Not in that phone call, no, sir.
And then later on in the phone call, it changes into there's a gang that's involved. Did she give you any idea of who this gang might be?
I don't remember ever getting that information, no, sir.
Ever?
I don't believe so.
Okay. In a big chunk of that phone call, obviously no way to know because you're not in the same room with the defendant, but did it sound like the defendant was crying to you?
Based on previous experience with her, there was times when I assumed yes, she was crying, and there was times when I assumed it was fake crying as well, or fake emotions in that phone call, yes.
In that phone call?
In that specific one, yes.
So in your mind, you were thinking that some was potentially real and some was potentially fake?
Yes, sir.
In your mind, did you think that she was trying to manipulate you in the course of the investigation?
Objection calls for speculation. Overruled.
Yes, sir.
One of the questions that you asked the defendant very specifically was whether she knows Gannon is safe. Do you remember that question?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever get an answer from her on that question?
No, sir.
You mentioned in the phone call too about you're going to give information to the detectives so they'll quit stalling. Similar to the phone call yesterday, were you actually with law enforcement when this call occurred
I was.
and they were listening?
Yes, sir.
Was you saying, hoping that they would quit stalling, I guess, was that a tactic to keep her talking?
Absolutely.
Two names that you gave in that phone call were Travis and Chance. Who are those people just in general?
Travis would have been an ex-boyfriend of the defendant, and Chance would have been an ex-husband of the defendant, also Harley's father.
Did you ever have any indication that either one of those two names were involved in Gannon's disappearance?
No, sir. Chance was deceased by that point, and no indication of Travis either at all.
Okay. In relation to that that gang reference, was there ever a gang that was after you and your family?
Not to my knowledge.
And then similar questions to what I asked you yesterday, the sound of the defendant's voice in that phone call, was that consistent with her personality as you knew it?
Absolutely.
In this particular phone call, did she ever change personalities to a different personality?
I was talking to the defendant the entire time.
And so never changed voice inflections or
No,
anything
sir.
like that? Okay, thank you. So Judge, at this time, we would want to move into playing People's Exhibit 37, which is another recorded phone call on February 14, 2020 at 12:08 PM. This one's roughly 8.5 minutes long.
All right, Mr. Stauch, you can go ahead and step down.
Yes, sir. Hello? Hello?
Now what I said?
I can't hear you. Hello?
I said it's the signal.
Okay, well, what? Because you hung up on me and I'm not really feeling this right now. So what? What do you got for me?
I can't help it. Goes in and out.
Fine, whatever.
You were being all nice, caring, listening, everything. Then all of a sudden you started being hateful.
Yeah, because you got information I need for my son that everybody needs to get this boy back. Okay?
Okay, so now you're saying I got information, but then just a minute ago you told me I made it up and it was a figment of my imagination.
Okay, so it's on you to pick which one it is. It's not on me to sort through it. It's on you to tell me the truth or keep feeding me bullshit.
Beginning. Listen to me.
Yes. No. Let's start over. Let's get a new beginning here. Okay? Let's start over. Because if you keep going back this same path we've been on, I'm just going to keep getting more pissed off and more hurt and more worried about my son because you've told me 17 different stories now. Start over and tell me who the fuck has my boy. Okay? Tell me a name. That's the beginning. I don't care about Saturday. I don't care about Sunday. I don't care about the fucking truck on Monday. I don't care. Who has Gannon? That's what I care about. Who?
Then I want immunity.
What the fuck does that have to do with who has Gannon? I can't give you immunity. You call the police. You do what you got to do to get yourself protected from whatever you're worried about. I mean, it keeps... Anyways, I'm not dealing with that. Okay, the beginning is who has Gannon?
Did you even call the guy to ask him about immunity to talk to me, did you?
No, because I figured you'd call me back. I thought you hanging up with me, call me back. What is he? What can I... I'm not your lawyer. Okay?
But you're my husband.
Right, and I'm telling you right now, you want immunity. You want this fucking immunity because there's no dude. It's all a fucking lie, Tisha. Prove me otherwise. Just like I told you with the rape, I'll get on my knees and beg for forgiveness if it's true. If it really happened, if there is this fucking guy out there, I'll on the media, I'll go out to the world and say I was wrong. My wife was right this whole time. But there's no fucking dude, Tisha. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Yeah, prove me wrong. Was this an accident? Did something happen? Did you accidentally hurt him? Did you give him too much medicine? What happened?
So what do you think happened then? Since you think everything I have to say is wrong, since I offered help, then what do you think happened?
Well, I'm gonna tell you first of all, like I told you already, I was not home. And that's what the problem number one. Okay? Something bad happened and I wasn't there to take care of it. All right? So for the rest of my life, no matter what happens, I'm going to blame myself for this because I wasn't there, because I was trying to progress in my career, be successful and all these things. Okay? I just wasn't there. That's number one. That's the first thing that happened. Number two, I mean, you told me a lot of things that happened in like a 12, 13, 24-hour period. You talk about blood, you talk about Gannon's foot, you talk about the burns. All this happened in a short time, and they were all accidents. Nobody's to blame. Okay? Nobody. And you just panicked. Okay? That's what I think. I think all this stuff happened, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a big accident. Gannon took too much medicine, or Gannon hit his head, or Gannon's nose was bleeding, or I don't know, okay? I'm sitting here trying to make all these theories up, but all these things are running through my head. He hit his head on the ground. He hit his head on the wall. He picked his fingers too much, and he was bleeding. Whatever the truth is, Gannon did something, and it was an accident. And then I just feel like because I wasn't there to keep it all together, you panicked. And then I don't even have a theory on the rest of it. Okay? That's what I think. I think there's absolutely no guy there. And I understand why that would be on your mind. I understand that. Okay? I'm not discounting that. I'm not making you feel bad if that's something you're trying to get through this and you made that up. Okay? You've told nobody that but me. Okay? So if that's not... Okay, screw the police right now. This is me and you. Screw the freaking police. They're not listening anyways. You know that. They're looking all these places, and you know they're not shouldn't be looking there. Okay, so they're not listening to you. I'm listening to you. I just need to know what happened. I gave you my theory up until the one point where you panicked. Okay, whether it was too much blood, Gannon hurt himself, and you didn't know how to handle it, and you didn't want to call me because you were scared I might be upset at you, and I understand that. I understand that you've got this. You want to do so good for the kids and provide for them and food and clothes, and you do a great job at all that stuff. Okay, you do a great job at all that stuff, and I tell you that all the time. And you really want me to feel like you're better than Landon, and I tell you all the time that you are. Okay, I feel like all that factors into this, that something bad happened accidentally. Nobody's fault. Accidents happen, and that's what we would have told Gannon, the candle or whatever it was. Accidents happen. We could get new carpet. We can't get new children though. Okay, I tell you that all the time. We can't replace our children. We can replace clothes and carpet and couches. Who gives a fuck about that stuff? Yeah, you know I've told you that. We smash the TV. Who cares about the TV? Okay, an accident happened here of some sort. You panicked and freaked out, and then I just need the rest of the story. I just need to know where Gannon is, okay? I just need to know what is happening with Gannon. Is he safe? Is he hurt? Is he alive? Is he somewhere? Okay? I don't want to hear no more about this dude unless you give me a name, okay? So I don't believe it until you give me concrete information. My theory is this. That accident happened. You panicked. Now tell me the rest.
I was there, Albert. I'll give you his name. I swear to you.
Give me his
When
name.
I tell you this part, this is why I want immunity.
Okay.
See, okay?
Okay.
Okay? The whole thing happened. The cops were there. Yada, yada, yada. All that was true. You keep saying I said all these stories is not what happened. I really was truly thought that Gannon was going out every day. I had been talking to somebody because he was asking me weird questions or whatever. And this dude trying to get your bike, he followed me. So I get to Petco. That's why I was looking in and out the doors of Petco.
Oh, so so it wasn't about Gannon getting out. And I'm not talking junk. Okay.
You jump in there.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand.
Make sure he didn't get out because if someone was following me, I didn't want him to know someone was in the car.
Okay.
Yes, that's why.
Okay.
All I was trying to do was go get you a bike. Then I leave because I was going to go to this place to be looking at free to get a bike, and I realized that this dude was following us again. So I tried to make some turns around Palmer Lake area, in and out of that area up there, which is where they're searching because I'm sure they got my GPS, searching for nothing. And then, when I had to come up the little hump, there's this dude. Well, this dude is in your truck with us.
And just so that I'm clear, Mr. Allen, that was exhibit 37, right?
37, that's right.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Mr. Stout, can you come back?
Mr. Stauch, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Mr. Stout, in that call, you said to the defendant, you want immunity because it's a lie, there's no dude. And then you said, prove me wrong. Did she ever prove you wrong?
No, sir.
You made mention of Gannon did something, an accident, and you panicked. What were you trying to do by saying those things to the defendant?
Trying to, in a way, take the initial blame off of her and confirm her story about an accident with the candle or whatever she had claimed from the night before or whatever. And, give her a freedom to talk about what happened next in her mind.
Basically give her an out so that you could try to maybe get more information?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Towards the end of that phone call, the defendant made, again, mentions of some anonymous dude in the language that she used. Did she ever give you a name of who this dude was that she was referring to?
Not in this phone call, no, sir.
All right. Was that phone call consistent with her personality?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
During that phone call, did she ever change personalities or talk with any other odd voice inflections?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Judge, at this time, we're going to move on to People's 38, which is a call on February 14th at 12:17 p.m.
All right. Mr. Stauch, you can go ahead and step down. Thank you, sir.
And Judge, this call is about a little over 21 minutes.
All right.
What happened?
I was talking away.
Okay.
Did you guys hear?
Something about you were at Petco and then you got in the truck and the guy was there or something?
No. I asked them to go get the footage from outside of Petco.
Okay.
Not just the footage inside Petco. That's the footage we need outside of Petco. Because the guy had followed us to Petco, and as I was pulling off to go to the Palmer Lake area, I was going to go look at the bike. Somebody was laying down in the road, acting like they were, I don't know, going to kill themselves or some crap. When I turned around and came back the other way, and this dude gets in the truck with us. I didn't have anything, knives, anything to fight anybody off or anything. I had to go like a normal time. Gannon was crying in the back seat till he threw up. He was so scared.
The only footage I seen is the one that you said the guy got paid for. That's the only one I saw.
Okay, so when we get there, he's still in your car at this time. We all get out. The guy was with us the whole time.
Okay.
The whole entire time. I asked him, what did he want? He could take everything he wants. He could rob us. He could do whatever he fucking wanted. Have it all. There was a struggle. There was everything back and forth. Gannon was asking, did I know his Uncle Matt? Because he was saying, whoever Uncle Matt was, they don't like Uncle Matt. Uncle Matt came in at. Well, she had something to do with it. Because I was freaking out how he would know someone by this name. I told you this.
Okay.
The guy was there when the police came. I didn't know where Gannon was at. I didn't know if he was hid. I didn't know anything. I just thought I was terrified to say anything because he had the gun. And I was scared. What if he, Gannon, while I run up there and try to go get help? What if I leave to go get help and he's in here? There was nothing I could do to switch anything. My hands were tied that night. The girls were in the bedroom. My hands were tied to the little board that's on the back. My hands were tied there. Tied completely. Remember those same headphones I had on? I told you I was listening to music? Yeah, I had to do that. And that little bandana that was down there, that's where that came from. I couldn't scream, couldn't get help. Harley and Lena were asleep. It was just terrifying. All I could hear was Gannon screaming. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything.
Okay, Tisha, can I ask you a question? Please?
What?
Why would you need immunity for that when the guy is he's the perpetrator, not you? Why would you need immunity for that?
Because I didn't tell him.
Because you did, okay. Okay, I mean.
I don't know how bad he hurt Gannon. I don't know. There's no accident where I heard, and there's nothing like that. Immunity, because people keep saying that. No, because he was in Gannon's room. I just kept crying. I just find his dude. He is Mexican. Or he was mixed with black. Dark. 5'7". I gave him the facial features that was on him. His name.
Okay, hold on. All right, so let me just bear with me here while I sort through this. Okay, so you're at Petco, you pull out, and you're at the stoplight. Dude's laying in the middle of the road, or are you in the parking lot?
We drove up to look at the bike for
Oh, so the guy was at Palmer Lake laying in the middle of the road.
He followed us. I made a turn. I thought the turn was going to take me back to 25. Instead, it wraps you back around in a circle to come back the same direction up these hills.
Okay. All right. So yeah, let's stop for a second because. All right, listen. I'm gonna be straight up again because I'm getting frustrated again because this is even more bullshit than the original 17 stories. Okay. I mean, no guy fucking jumps in your truck. The car is locked when you're driving unless you stop and open the doors. Anyway, I'm not gonna pick it apart. It's bullshit. Okay. Yes.
God.
Tisha. No, it's not why. I want you to tell me why you panicked. Why did you panic when the accident happened? When Gannon did whatever he did, I mean, he made a mistake. Whatever happened, why did you panic?
Panic when?
After Gannon was hurt, after he hurt himself, after he had an accident, after he banged his head or something, why did you panic?
Panicking. What are you talking about?
So, wait, well, you know what? So back to this Palmer. I'm all over the place here.
Yeah, because you're trying to make it out to be me and it's not me.
No, I'm trying to make it out to be where's my son, okay? If you were in Palmer Lake and then Douglas County and whatever, you did all these turns and turned around and this guy was out there laying in the road, he got in a truck, why do they have your GPS in your car? You were in my truck.
My phone.
No, but I thought you told me yesterday you left your phone at Petco because you had to go back to get it.
No, that was Gannon's phone. Gannon's phone was left at Petco.
You told me, yes, Tisha, I'm not stupid now. Okay, listen, you know I'm better than that. You told me yesterday, you said it almost verbatim, almost quoting you now. You said, I set my phone on the counter, okay, because I had these 2 or 3 doggy sweaters or whatever, okay, and then... No, you told me yesterday it was your phone, and then you said it and you forgot it because you kept going and looking at him to make sure he wasn't getting out the truck. Now it's you. Tisha, but how is it all true when you've told me 7 different versions of the same thing? It can't all be true. He can't be a Mexican named Uncle Matt, lived it, but he wasn't there until he got in the...
See how you keep doing?
No, what I keep doing is not being stupid and letting you get me with bullshit, okay? I need the truth.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really?
Really. I mean, you can smirk all you want to, you can roll your eyes, you can hit the steering wheel. That doesn't change the fact that you have the truth and I don't. I mean, because, yeah, so yesterday... It wasn't a Mexican. It was the guy riding around in the Aubrey Holmes vehicle or whatever it's called. Okay, and you gave him the garage code, and then he came in.
These things.
But that's what I do understand. You're spinning me in 12 different directions to help.
I need immunity because they made me tell all this. If I don't keep saying different things, you get the right person. You don't care about that. You don't care about the ability if I say anything.
No, Tisha, what I care about is you, and I care about our relationship and that the fact that we're talking together. No, you're not talking to the police. I'm not making you say anything. Okay, listen. I understand. I understand what you're trying to do. I understand you feel like they're making you all these things, and I understand making you say all these things. Sorry. Okay, and the fact that you're having to say all these different stories because they're pressuring you, and I blame them completely. Okay, I understand that you're just in a bad situation because everybody's after you and you feel attacked and all these things. Okay, I understand that. But if you have any faith or respect in me, you got to understand that, I believe the truth is always easier than having to go 27 different directions. Okay. And that's what I'm trying to work out with you here is just the freaking truth.
He hurt. I was tied with my arms.
Okay, well, who is he? Who tied you up? Who did this? You didn't do it. Who did it? Who hurt Gannon? Who has Gannon? Who wants the money? Who hurt you? Who is they? And how did he hurt Gannon? These are the questions I need to know. Who is he and who are they? Quincy Brown. So Quincy Brown is the one who has him. What was he driving when he was following you? What was he driving when he was following you? What? A red car. See, I think that's what I was saying. You're on it. The fact that you know his name, or he said Eduardo, but you found out his name was Quincy Brown, driving a red car. What? Wait, listen. Wait. How did he hurt Gannon, and how bad was Gannon hurt? Say that again. You said. I can't hear you, Tisha. Try to calm down.
When I came out, Gannon was gone. I just could hear him screaming. I couldn't do anything.
So Gannon was screaming, and you heard him. You heard. I heard. Right. No, I said heard. I said you heard, like you heard him screaming. The guy heard Gannon. So you know the guy heard him, Quincy Brown. Huh?
Yeah.
Do you know what he hurt him with? Was he hitting him? Was he?
I came back in there and started taking boxes out.
Okay, so how do you know Quincy Brown? How do you know it was him?
He told me his name was Eduardo, but he came back in there taking boxes out. And I came Quincy Brown, I saw it.
Oh, what boxes was he taking out?
I thought he was going to rob our house and take things.
So he had an ID on, and what did you see anything besides his name, like a company or something?
Quincy Brown. It was his pocket. He had his big baggy pants on, and in his pocket, the paper fell out, and on top of the paper was his ID, and it had his picture, Quincy Brown.
Okay, all right. But what kind of boxes? What boxes was he taking out? Was he out of the storage room? What? I mean, what?
In the storage room.
Oh, you were in the storage.
Do what?
You did. That's the first you told me that you were in the storage room.
He tied me in the storage room, and I couldn't come out. I just do that.
I'm sorry. You were crying and screaming. I couldn't understand that part. So now I know you were tied up. You couldn't do anything because you were screaming and you had the bandana in your mouth. You were tied up. Is this after the police left and after Gannon and him were in the storage room, or before that, or what?
It was after the police left late that night. I put Harley.
Okay.
I realized that he was still in the house. Really, laying in the room and told him to shut the door and don't come out.
Okay. All right. So what boxes was he taking out of the storage room, or what? Okay, well, you brought that up, so that's huge. I mean, if he's taking boxes, what was in the boxes? I'm just trying to sort through all this, okay? Empty boxes, okay. So back up. Gannon and this Quincy Brown guy, they were in the storage room the whole time, and you were trying to point the police to the storage room?
I never told you that. I said when the cops went to the storage room, I was trying to tell them, hey, there's a bunch of boxes piled up here. I even went to the little Christmas closet and was like, yeah, please look through there really good.
But you did say that they were in there and that you tried to direct them somehow to the storage room. You did say that.
Not what I said. That is That is not what I said.
Okay, maybe I'm paraphrasing. Maybe I'm paraphrasing.
Telling him where hiding places were in the storage room.
Then where the fuck were they? It all is relevant. Where were they at? You said earlier you heard him scream from the storage room. Okay? Where were they at?
There was no screaming when the cops were there. What are you talking about?
You know, honestly, I'm kind of getting fed up because you know what? Yesterday, in the 3 previous versions, okay, it all happened in Gannon's room. Now it all happened in the fucking storage room. Make your mind up. You banged your head on Gannon's table. You were raped in Gannon's room. Gannon was beat up. He was high-fiving the guy. He was jumping on him. He was loving him. Uncle Matt, he was a Mexican. It all happened in Gannon's room. Now it happened in the storage room. God damn it, Tisha, make some sense out of this.
That is before the police got there, Albert.
What time did all that happen? What time did that happen?
You asked me about the police got there.
Tisha, to me, this is all bullshit because none of it makes sense. None of the timeline adds up. Every time you tell it to me, there's more and different details. So, okay. Yeah, fine.
I have my life on the line.
Go get your fucking immunity. I hope you get it, because I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody. I want my son back.
I'm trying to help you get him back.
So at what point did you call the police? The guy was with you. He was in the house. He was just letting you call the police? Because you said he was in the truck. Well, him and Gannon were in the truck, come back from wherever the fuck you picked him up on the side of the road, and he just jumped in and said, "Here's a hamburger, take me home," or something, whatever. Okay. Yeah. I'm being a goddamn smartass because this is bullshit. Okay. So you're all in the house and you're just drinking sweet tea, and he's like, "I'm holding you at gunpoint, but go ahead and call the police, please." Right? That's your story. That's your story, Tisha. That's your story. Because initially he was already in the house when you got home with Gannon. That's what you told me initially. I am listening. Okay, so all right, so assume I believe you now. So Quincy Brown is the one holding Gannon for all the money, and you didn't tell me. So now, all this 3 weeks now, you've known who has my son. You've known he's out to get you or after you or whatever. And you think I'm going to be okay with me just finding this out after I've been crying my heart out for 3 weeks now? You think that's cool? Because you're worried about your immunity?
Because I'm worried about my what?
Immunity. That's all you said all day long after yesterday when you told me 7 different stories. Today it's immunity. And now I find about Quincy Brown in a red car with boxes, has my son, and he wants money, and you never told me about it. It's like we're playing fucking Clue here or something. Or Who's Who. And yes, I'm being a smartass because I'm tired of this shit.
Albert, I don't want nothing but my family and everything and Gannon to be there. I begged you to help me for days. I can tell you this. I begged you. But you would never have to not be around everybody and call me. Never.
You know, it's funny. I'm going to stop you right there because it's funny. You started that statement again with, "I just want my family and Gannon." So that's why you keep saying shit like that. No, Gannon is part of your family. He's not an and, he's part of it. That's why I don't believe that shit, because you keep saying that. Go ahead.
I am agreeing to testify against this. I am agreeing to even myself to walk out wherever money, risking a chance to fucking shoot me just to get Gannon.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, listen, I know enough about immunity that you're not gonna get immunity if you keep lying about this fucking Quincy guy. There's no fucking Quincy guy. There's no Eduardo. There's no Uncle Matt. There's nobody.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever me all you want to, but there's no fucking Quincy. Yeah. Should have freaking told me about Quincy Brown from the get-go. That's why there's no fucking Quincy Brown.
Really?
Yeah, really, Tisha. Yeah, this is just blowing my mind here that you sit here and you want to be a family, the four of us in Gannon, like you say. You want us to get back together and be all intimate and, blah, 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 blah. But you keep fucking lying to me. 5 years of lies and now my son's gone. Where is Gannon, Tisha?
Quincy, that's who's talking.
Where the fuck is Gannon, Tisha?
Quincy Brown.
Where? Where's Quincy Brown? He's obviously, you know something about him. Is he in town? Are you in town? Is Gannon in town? Who's anywhere? Nobody knows where anybody is except for you.
Earlier, you wanted to help. You wanted to listen so we could go have him arrested. But now you don't have any interest in.
I do. I'll let them know as soon as we get off the phone. Go look for a 5'7" Mexican guy named Uncle Matt that changed his name to Quincy Brown that works for the home developer that his ID fell out of his pocket and he's out there with my son. I'll tell him all that.
Now because I found out who he is.
But you said you knew who you.
They're after me.
Oh my God. Where's Gannon, Tisha?
Quincy Brown took Gannon.
You almost said his name different. Okay, is it Quincy Brown or?
Quincy Brown is what I said.
Where is Gannon?
All right, I think now would be a good time for a break. So we will take our break until 10:45. Again, don't discuss case among yourselves. Don't discuss case with anyone else. And we'll see you at 10:45. All rise for the jury, please. Thank you, Mel. Seated record should reflect the jury has left the courtroom. I wanted to pass on. You guys will need a pen for this. All right, then. Court will be in recess.
How long did you say you're on?
10:45.